Welcome back to another edition of the Unknown Sports Podcast. My name is AJ Musser. Joined with me, as usual, is Hunter Harris and Austin Fyffe. What is up, fellas?
What's going on? No, literally, what's going on, though? We didn't get a chance to talk, though, before we started the show. We usually do. How are you, AJ?
Not too bad.
Did you work today?
I did work today. I had a wild day and have to work tomorrow. And then don't have to work for like 2 weeks, something like that.
Nice.
So that's nice.
Yeah, that's a major bonus.
Major bonus. All right.
What's gonna happen to the podcast when you're gone?
Huh?
What's gonna happen to the podcast when you're gone?
I'll be able to do next week's show.
Okay.
I'm only gonna miss 1 week.
It's been 1 week.
Yeah, I will miss the week 18 podcast.
Anybody want to talk about my heater going on right now? 13-3 last week.
Is it a space heater? Oh no, you're just your picks. Okay.
You went what last week?
13-3.
Which we all know is just dumb luck because of COVID. Totally lucky on your part.
Actually, I missed one. 2 of my losses were COVID games.
Oh, okay. Good luck picking the games this week, guys.
Fade me. It ain't happening again.
All right, well, let's just dive into it then. Thursday night football, which is tonight. 49ers, Titans. 49ers are 3.5-point favorite in this one. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I
got nothing.
I love that take from you.
Yeah, it's the best one of the night so far.
49ers are on a roll here. Titans have been stumbling a little bit. They're struggling. They need to get players back. The Titans are just so banged up.
They're a floating corpse, as some would say.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to
really
take a
good
victory
record.
lap. Yeah, I'd love to take a victory lap and say that Tannehill's just not that good, but I can't even put any blame on him right now. There's so many missing pieces that's really all you can point to.
Mm-hmm. Lots of missing pieces for sure. You guys are going to have to educate me as we go through these games. I haven't been able to pay super close attention to who's in and out with COVID. But I know for the Niners that not anybody really of note is going to be out for this game. I think
Correct.
The Niners are playing good football right now. And I'm going to take them to cover the spread here. I considered locking this game in, but I can't lock in a Thursday night football game. Come on now. You can't do that. You just can't do that,
Yeah.
Austin. These games are too whack.
I think this is for sure a Niners game. I think they'll take care of business here. They've been hot. We talked last week about they hadn't lost a non-divisional game since, what was it, like week 6 or something like that. They've been rolling against the non-division teams, which isn't really a slight against them at all because their division is the best division in football and it's not particularly close.
Right.
So big opportunity for them to keep rolling here, and I think they will against a banged up Titans team on short rest.
I got the 49ers in this one just because they're on a roll and because the Titans are just so banged up.
Okay.
That's really all I've got.
Are you going to be
Moving on
watching
to the
this
next.
game? It's a big one.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
It's very important. Very important game.
Yeah, for both sides of the playoff picture.
Yeah.
Not often this late in the season you get both conferences needing a random game on a Thursday,
Right.
for big playoff complications.
I bet when they scheduled this game, they did not think that this was going to be a good game. But,
at least not this
or
important.
not important. Yes.
Yeah.
Next on the list, we've got the Cleveland Browns at the Green Bay Packers, the mid-afternoon Christmas Day game. So that's like the equivalent of coal in the stocking for me. I get to watch the Packers beat up on the Browns. Green Bay's a 7.5-point favorite in this one, at home at the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. Yeah, Hunter, give me your takes on this one.
Packers are such a good football team at home. I'm picking them to cover. I'm looking through all of these games that we have here, trying to find my lock for the week. It's very, very tough just because of COVID and all that stuff. I don't like the half-point hook here. I don't like that at all. It does not make me feel good, especially with the Browns basically at this point needing to win out. But I'm going to take the Packers to cover here because they're the best team in football.
This is a big game for me, and I know this is between your two teams. No, my sanity, my mental well-being moving forward. If the Packers cover this spread, I don't want to say out loud what I will have to admit. But the last glaring issue for me with this Packers team is I can't get over the fact that so many years in a row they can't stop the run against a run dominant team. And if this team comes out and really hammers down this Browns running game, I'll just put it this way. I'm not going to be happy as a fan of the Bears and what I will then see the Packers as being, which ultimately is the favorite to win the Super Bowl at that point. I really need the Browns to cover, so I'm going to take the Browns, and it is admittedly a biased pick because I do think the smart pick here is Green Bay to cover.
Equally so, I will be overreactionary if we get gashed in the run game and immediately go the other way so fast. AJ, what do you think?
I'm going to go Packers. The Browns are in an interesting situation with their division because of how close it is, that they could lose this game and still win the division. But to me, the Browns they're not making the playoffs. They're not. I don't see them winning this game, which means they'd have to win out at this point to have a good shot at making the playoffs. If they lose this game to the Packers, they have to have so many things break their way and win out in their last two games, which are against Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, who are also on the edge of that division's just a cluster.
Who wins that division, AJ?
I don't know. We're going to talk Cincinnati and Baltimore here in a little bit, but I think it'll be. I think it's going to be one of the two. I think it's going to be Cincy or it's going to be Baltimore.
Cincinnati Bengals are going to win that division, dude.
Yeah, I that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. It's going to be interesting, though, but I could also see Baltimore winning because the Browns beat the Bengals in Week 18 to end the season. And, yeah, I could just see it being dumb. I'm going Packers because I have zero faith in the Browns. I do want to give a shout out. Nick Mullins has won me over as a fan of Nick Mullins for life. Dude played his butt off and made that game very entertaining in the end. And he didn't play well in the first half, but he also had to kind of get warmed up since he hadn't even really been practicing with those players because he was a practice squad. I think he was scout team quarterback is what I heard. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so had one practice with the guys that actually were going to be playing with him. And then by the time he warmed up in the second half, I didn't think he looked that bad. Not like he could be, a starter or anything like that, but the guy's a backup in the league.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy. If you look at this, I know it's not a straight season. He's a guy. He's not the guy. He will never be the guy.
Never. That. Yeah.
But I mean, his statistics, you can find him out there. His first 16 games, the only person that was more prolific passer is Patrick Mahomes in NFL history. Now, those games were not consecutively, and he was not required to be the guy. It was a lot of fill-in roles, but he's proven that he has a spot in this league for the next 5 to 10 years, however long he chooses to stick around.
Yeah. Like I said to you guys in our group chat, or maybe it was the big group chat, I was like, Nick Mullins can be my third string quarterback any day of the week.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's just the master of the pass that's less than 4 yards.
Not going to turn the ball over a whole lot. That's basically all you need from your third stringer. Only 140 yards passing, but
It's all right. The passing yards he did get were pretty good ones, and it would have been more than that if Donovan Peoples-Jones catches that deep ball down the sideline that hits him in the gut.
Honestly.
It was a little underthrown, but he was open. It's really, really terrible play on his part, and he actually ended up having a pretty decent game, but pretty costly drop ball. Anyway, that's all I've got to say on the Browns. Moving on then. The late Saturday night game, another good Saturday night game. What's up with the Browns and the Colts though, getting these Saturday games? I know the Browns ended up playing on Monday.
Do you guys like Saturday football?
Saturday.
I think it's awesome once college football ends.
Yes. The only bad thing is that I forget about it. And then I realize, oh wait, there's a game on.
I could get used to
Cardinals.
These. Sorry, go ahead.
Colts Cardinals. Arizona's a 1-point favorite at home in this one. I'm going Colts. That team looks like they're on the rise. Hunter, it looks like if they make the wild card, I'm going to owe you some money. But if they win the division, I'm not. So it's like keep winning Indy. So I'm taking Indy, and Arizona looks like they're going in the opposite direction, especially since they've got no new Hopkins out there. I think that's hurting them quite a bit offensively.
Once again, that's not the agreed upon terms. Colts are also winning this game, though.
If only we had record.
Only we had recorded
or
audio or visual evidence of this,
or written evidence or anything like that happened during the broadcast. Okay. Anyways,
signed in blood.
Yeah, I'm with you, AJ. Indy is going to gash them. They are just going to gash them in the running game. As crazy as it sounds, because I know Jonathan Taylor ended up with almost 30 carries. Frank Reich still just decides for portions of the game that he doesn't want to run the ball, and I don't get it. And that's always when the offense stalls out. I'm not even saying you necessarily have to give the ball to Taylor, but the last couple of years they've had fine backups. I mean, no, they're not Jonathan Taylor, but they're fine. Let other guys touch the ball, get some carries, keep your offense moving, and don't become something you're not, and you're going to win this division, which I think they will.
Where are we at with the Cardinals, Austin? I mean, they started out very hot, obviously considered being best team in football and blah, blah, blah. I see major flaws now with this team, like major, major flaws. And I don't know if that's just the defensive line breaking down or the fact that they've gone through all these injuries and stuff. A couple weeks ago, I said, is it really telling that they're able to win these games with their backup quarterback and that they are a good team? I still think they're a good team. I'm just now starting to see they're not as complete a football team as we thought.
Yes. I have 2 points to that. One, Cliff Kingsbury. As much praise as we
below
gave
500 football coach from college.
Yeah. I don't care about that. What I care about is what he's done in the NFL. And that is now 2 consecutive years. His first 9 games last year, he was 6-3. They finished the season, the next 7 games, 2-5. This year, they started 8-1. Since they are 2-3. After you get a little over halfway through the season, teams kind of figure out what they're doing a little bit. And it doesn't look like he's a guy that can really adapt what he's doing, at least to the NFL caliber. With that being said, I'm going to give you a stat here that's going to blow your mind because it blew my mind when I saw it today.
Blow my mind.
3 times in NFL history after this last weekend, the number 1 team record-wise in the NFL has lost a game to the worst team in the NFL coming into that week record-wise. Both of the previous times, the team that lost that game won the Super Bowl.
Wow, so that's what you're saying, huh? Cardinals are winning the Super Bowl. Wow.
No.
You heard it here first, people. Austin said the Cardinals are winning the Super Bowl.
No, I'm not saying that. It's just something weird.
That is an interesting stat.
You love those stupid little.
I do. I love them so much.
Tell us absolutely nothing whatsoever.
I mean, it guarantees that they're going to win the Super Bowl. I don't know what you're talking about.
I wonder if he likes the scorigami. Then he acts like he does.
Yeah.
But do you like scorigami?
You have to. He 100% likes scorigami.
All right, then I'm gonna keep bringing it up when I hear that one happened. So yeah. So Hunter, you can shut your mouth.
Yeah, I did see the other day a bunch of people tweeting and posting that there was a halftime scorigami. Get out of here with that.
How much, Austin, did you love
It's
that
gotta be a
Ben
whole game.
Roethlisberger stat after Spider-Man movie's release.
Oh my god, it was awesome.
Is that the greatest stat you've ever seen?
Thing ever.
Yeah.
Not the greatest, but it was fantastic. That was
For those of you that haven't seen, he's undefeated after a Spider-Man movie releases.
A Spider-Man live action movie, and it's his first home game after said movie gets released. You have to get all of it in there, and it's happened like 8 times.
Who is tracking this? Who is the intern that's locked in the closet getting minimum wage?
You want to know who it is? It's Tobey Maguire.
That's what he's doing now.
Tobey Maguire is a closet Big Ben fan. All right,
but yeah,
let's move on.
Yeah, can we get to this next game ASAP? Because I hate this next game.
This next game
most games
is one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now at a potential playoff team for some weird reason.
I love how you
but
set
it's
that
the
up.
Detroit Lions at the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta's a 5.5-point favorite at home. I really want to go Lions. I really do.
So do it, man. Who cares?
You know what? I think I'm going to because, Hunter, every time we pick Atlanta to do anything good, they lose.
Or bad, they win. If we pick them bad, they win. If we pick them to... So whatever we pick here is going to be wrong. So I'm going to go Falcons because then one of us has to get it right.
Okay, and I'll go Lions. That's fair.
They're going to tie this week.
Yeah, you guys really ruined my betting trend I had going on this. Is that I faded you guys in like every Atlanta game. Is Atlanta the worst 6-win team in like NFL history?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Like at this point in the season.
Like I think they're so bad. I have
wins.
no idea how they beat teams. And some of the teams they've beaten have actually been good wins.
Yeah.
But they're the ugliest games ever. And I don't get it.
I'm going to take Atlanta
They're
here.
hard to watch.
I'm going to take Atlanta here just on the fact that I don't think Detroit's a good enough team to really put it together twice in a row yet. They still have a lot of the rah-rah fight for Dan Campbell in them. But it turns out you actually have to be like a good team and game planner to win multiple games in a row in the NFL. So
is Jared Goff playing in this game? He got COVID, didn't he? I think he got COVID on Monday.
I don't know at this point.
If Jared Goff is out, then I'm going to go Falcons.
Nope, that's not how it works. You have to pick now.
Okay, fine. I'll stick with the Lions. But if Jared Goff's out, the Falcons are for sure covering. All right, let's move on to the next game while Austin looks that up. Next game is a good one. Ravens-Bengals, AFC North. This is for the division lead because every game in that division for the rest of the year is. Cincinnati's a 3-point favorite in this one. And just because they're Cincinnati, and I don't think that they can put it together and be like a dominant team because they're Cincinnati, it's kind of a Browns thing. I think the Ravens are going to win this one. So I'm taking the Ravens.
I do too. I still don't believe in the Cincinnati team. They're way too inconsistent for me.
They have been very good when I've picked them this year. I think they're going to win this division. I think they're going to pull it out. Not because I think they're like this fantastic team, but I think they're good enough and match up well enough against a really, really bad Baltimore secondary that gives up an absolute ton of big plays. They're going to get Jamar Chase the ball. He's going to make some big plays in this game, and it's going to be enough to cover here with Lamar being as banged up and as honestly as poor as he's played this year.
By the way,
Still made a Pro Bowl.
I don't love picking against the Bengals, even though I do think they're generally just being overrated by the public right now, because I really like Joe Burrow. I really like Joe Burrow. At this point, I feel like we can all agree, slam dunk of a pick there, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially compared to the other people around him that were the other options, for sure.
Yeah, there's not many things that the three of us agree on, but the three of us are all Joe Burrow fans.
Yeah.
That's one thing that we agree on. We like Joe Burrow.
For a guy that doesn't have a ton of talent, especially arm talent, he gets it done.
Remember when he
really,
couldn't
really
put the ball down the field and everybody just wanted to call him a bust last year, and then it turns out if you get a good receiver.
And now he still doesn't have the velocity on those throws to get it downfield the way that he should. Like, he's no Herbert or anything.
You're right. He doesn't have the velocity on the throws, but if you time it right, you can just launch it out there.
If you're good enough, it doesn't matter. So
right. Yeah, I mean they have sneaky good weapons. Like Chase, I think can be a number one in this league. But the collection of talent around them, around those two is really good. Mixon's a really good running back when he can stay healthy. Tyler Boyd has been very good, steady the last couple of years.
T. Higgins is a good little
T.
receiver.
Higgins
Like,
is a really
they have good
young
weapons.
receiver. Yeah. I mean, they've
Uzuma,
got
what is that?
Yep.
Is that his name? The tight end?
CJ Uzama.
Yeah, thank you. He's
Uh-huh.
a decent little tight.
Yeah, Uzama is just one of those guys that you can rely on for a couple of years or a couple of games a year, fantasy wise at least. And then he totally will just kind of fall off a cliff. But I like the Bengals this year.
While AJ is eating, I'm going to move us on to the next game.
No, it's all right. Mike Vick was here. He was hosting a dog fight. I was muted.
Jesus.
Where did that come from, man? Jeez.
But the dogs are fighting. That's what it was.
My goodness.
Pearl and Putty like to get into it. The Mike Vick
did you-
it was a joke. I'm not
Did
going to
you-
get canceled for that. He got in
Did you
trouble
see
for it.
the
We're fine.
last dog that was rescued from that passed away this week?
Aw.
It's 15. It's the last one that was still living.
Next on the list
How do we?
is the
What?
next
what?
on the list is the Buffalo Bills at the New England Patriots. Hunter, that should be the title of the episode, as we need to find out what that dog's name was. Say rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Fluffy.
R.I.P. Carlton. New England 2.5-point favorite at home hosting the Bills.
We skip over the Rams game.
Yeah.
Back it up. Rewind.
We talked about the Rams game.
Yeah, we talked about the Rams
disconnected.
while I disconnected. Pick this back up.
Yeah.
Don't let the listeners know that we have technical
Vikings,
difficulties occasionally.
Rams 3.5-point favorite.
R.I.P. Frodo.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
awesome.
The Vikings are not a very good team. They got to win. I think this line isn't big enough. I'm going the Rams.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, are you convinced after the absolute garbage fire on Monday night, AJ, that we were right?
No, because that Bears team is so frisky behind their great head coach of Matt Nagy.
I love nothing more than fading the Vikings. Literally nothing more. Which is why I'm locking this in, baby. Let's go.
It's true.
That's a pretty good lock.
I was debating on trying to play this as a game Vegas wants you to bet the other way, but since Hunter's locking it in, I'm going to keep it. I'll go Rams as well.
Do we have any more input? Van Jefferson's had a pretty big impact. 2 catches last game. If anyone in our fantasy league
many
wants
drops?
him from me, just hit me up. No drops. He 2 for 2.
Every week,
Next on the
this
list.
podcast is just your. This is just your way to just shop Van Jefferson literally every week.
Next on the list, Buffalo Bills at New England Patriots. New England's a 2.5-point favorite at home. Hunter, what do you think about this one? Revenge game for Buffalo. Now that there's not going to be 100,000-mile-per-hour winds.
No, I'm seeing more of the same. Patriots are gonna make it very difficult for Josh Allen, like they have for a lot of quarterbacks this year. I'm taking Patriots at home.
Wonderful. Austin?
Austin, do you have things to say?
I do. I was debating. I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna lock in Buffalo here. I'm taking Buffalo. They've got to have this game. Mac Jones just isn't quite there yet.
He's still a rookie.
I know. I'm just talking for this game. I'm
no,
not
and I'm agreeing with you. Like he's not fully put together,
right.
but he's a step ahead of other rookies.
He's also not very good.
Correct.
That's your opinion.
No, he's good, but that's always going to be
He's good, but he's not great. He's never going to
Yeah,
be great.
he's
He's going to
never
be
gonna be
good. Yeah. There's
but-
lots of levels of good.
Yeah, it's man, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm trying to talk
I think
myself
the
into
best
laughing.
Mac Jones could ever get, Hunter, is nice. You know what I mean?
I know exactly
Like,
what you mean.
dude, he's nice. Like, he's not great, but
Yeah.
dude, he's nice.
Yeah.
Like he could never reach sick, but he's nice.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
He could be
no,
nice.
no, he's not sick.
No, Mac Jones will never be sick. He can get to
Yeah.
nice. Nice is Mac Jones's ceiling.
Okay, so if Mac Jones' ceiling is nice, what's Nick Mullins, AJ?
Nick Mullins' ceiling is
A
good.
dude. Could Nick Mullins be a dude?
Yeah, dude is definitely in that good tier. Like Heineke's a dude.
Yeah.
Heineke's a dude.
Heineke's
Minshew's
definitely
a
a
I think
dude.
a dude
Fitzpatrick's a good.
A dude is
A
on
dude.
the low end of the good because like you don't want to say he's bad, but you like don't want to quite put the good label on him. Like, he's a dude.
Fitzpatrick is king of the dudes. If we're being honest,
for sure.
Yes.
Like he's
yes.
he's peak dude.
he is just
Yeah.
the dude. Like he's the original dude.
Yeah. No, I like that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
It's good
We
stuff.
need, I knew we would have a very good quarterback podcast.
Listen,
That's an off-season bet.
This podcast just had to find its spot, and now it's putting quarterbacks in categories of one-liners about them.
Where were we talking about?
The Patriots.
Buffalo.
Patriots.
Buffalo.
I'm going Bills because the Bills need this game. And I think taking the weather out of it, I think that Buffalo could score probably 24 points, and maybe they can make Mac Jones not score 17 or hold him to 17. I don't know. I'm going Buffalo though. Great take, AJ. Way to back it up.
That was
with
good stuff,
stats
man.
and knowledge and everything.
So,
Next game on the list, we're going to pick it as fast as we can because nobody gives a flying fladoodle. Jacksonville Jaguars at the Jets. It's a pick'em game, so I'm going to count it down, and we're going to pick them, and we're going to move on.
Oh wait, I have one fun stat.
Okay, before you go ahead and do the fun stat before we
Okay.
do it.
Fun stat. If Darrell Bevel, the interim head coach of the Jags, wins this game, he will have as many wins as Urban Meyer did as the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Dang.
He won
Wow.
one game with the Detroit Lions as an interim head coach a couple of years ago. So influence that your pick as you will.
I love that Vegas was just like, look, we don't even care. We're not even going to set a line.
Not even worth my time.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right.
3, 2, 1.
Jets.
Ooh, I'm alone.
Who cares?
Austin went Jags. Who cares? Next on the list, Giants, Eagles. Eagles still a playoff team, 10-point favorite at home. Eagles need this, and the Giants are just a dumpster fire in the boroughs of Queen, in the alleys of Queens. Yeah, I botched that, but whatever.
In Jersey?
Huh? Oh, I was just
Playing
because they're
Jersey.
New York, so I was trying to think of a sketchy borough. Yeah, no, yeah, I didn't care that it was in
Joe?
Jersey. Yeah, no, the Giants are just so bad. Man, I can't talk tonight.
Just
Do you want me to
talking
take
hard.
over, man?
Yeah, I'm going Eagles.
I'm going Giants just because I don't know why Philly should be 10-point favorites against anybody, even the worst team in football.
I couldn't agree more. This is just a team that does not belong in the double-digit favorite category against anybody.
I look forward to getting this one right. Next on the list is Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay, sorry about that mispronunciation.
Thank you.
At the Carolina Panthers. Oh my God, I can't talk. 10-point favorites, Tampa Bay. Go on.
Remember that one show when I hosted?
Went smoother than whatever the heck is happening right now.
It would be way better than what's going on right now.
What are you eating over there? You got a charcuterie board?
Is that
What are you
pizza?
doing?
I think it's pizza. It's hot, whatever it is. 'cause
I'm
he
going
keeps,
Tampa Bay.
Don't want to tell us what you're eating? Okay. I'm also going Tampa Bay. Mainly because
Carolina
Cam
doesn't have a
Newton is the
quarterback.
quarterback of the Carolina Panthers.
Not true.
Hunter,
well,
what happened to
partially
you?
true.
Hunter, what happened to you being like the biggest Cam supporter last year? Cam's on the Patriots, dude, they're going to be so good.
Because I thought
And
they would
now-
figure it out. And they literally turned Cam into the best version of what he could possibly be, and it was still terrible.
Minus that time he won an MVP.
No, but listen, the time he was an MVP, people forget. Like, he was bombing balls all over the place.
Yeah, that's how you win MVP.
That was literally the 1 year that he has had where he has played like that. Outside of that, he's played like pretty much like this for his whole career.
Yeah. He hasn't been a very good quarterback.
No. So
Like, he's a good football player, but he's not a very good quarterback. Part of me wants to take Carolina just because Tampa's so banged up, and it feels like they'll be okay with just squeaking out a win. But if you're going to give me Cam Newton against that defense, and then also Sam Darnold's going to play a little bit this weekend, there's just going to be too many turnovers for them to overcome. So I'm going to take Tampa.
I don't care how many wide receivers Tampa has down. Of which we should discuss on the podcast. How I know, Austin, you love this. AJ, did you see how Bruce Arians suddenly just does a total 360
I saw
Antonio
it that
Brown?
day or that night, or maybe it was the next day. I was kind of surprised you guys were talking about it today in the group chat, not Monday.
I saw it again on my timeline, so I threw it in the group chat.
Yeah,
we hadn't talked about it.
I just kind of brushed it off because I was like, whatever. I mean, he's just kind of admitting like we just need to win football games. I don't care. He can disappear at the end of the season.
Some dudes just don't care, and he is definitely.
I appreciated that.
I mean, the way he even answered it, he brushed it off as "I don't care." Like we just have to get over, like just move on. Like we're moving on.
We need football players at the wide receiver position right now.
Yeah.
That was his official stance.
Yeah.
If they have problems with him personally, get over it.
Yep.
We all went Bucks here, right?
Yeah, I went Bucks. Next on the list, Los Angeles Chargers at the Houston Texans. Chargers are a 10-point favorite. I mean, I'm locking up the Chargers in this one because the Chargers are going to score more than 20 points easy, and the Texans aren't going to score 10 or over 10. So there's my logic. Points matter in spread. Points matter in football. Touchdowns matter. Justin Herbert matters.
Justin
Anything
Herbert.
else you guys want to add?
Isn't that on the back of some of the
he's
football helmets?
He's the best quarterback in the AFC.
Let that one sit out there for a second.
Yeah.
I'm also going to go Chargers, but I'm not locking in because that's a reckless move.
You heard it here first, Austin.
Yeah, the Chargers are, to piggyback off of Hunter's favorite saying, it is reckless to lock in a team on a spread that's large that is totally inconsistent, and that's exactly what the Chargers have been.
That's okay. You know, it's not inconsistent. Justin Herbert.
That's not
Actually, that he is 100% inconsistent right now.
I know. That's all right. But I mean, his hair, he's got better hair than Trevor Lawrence. He throws a better ball. He's got a better arm. He probably is faster too.
Cuter
He's trying
mom.
to prove that he's better
Wears
than
cooler
Trevor Lawrence.
jerseys.
I don't think anyone's arguing.
Cuter mom?
I'm
Question
just
mark?
saying. Cuter mom?
No, he's not the one that's got the. Who's the quarterback?
Zach Wilson.
That's what it is. Yeah. Anyways,
Right.
why did I say it like that?
I don't know.
I don't
Should we
know.
break?
Yeah.
No, because
I don't
it'll
know.
be too long to break.
No, we can hit this next game out in the time we've got
Okay,
left.
we got it.
Chicago Bears at the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle's a 6.5-point favorite. Austin, I'm sticking with it, man. It pays off every single week. I'm going against the Bears. Seahawks.
Literally every single week. Let's go, AJ. Seahawks.
You took the Bears last week, Hunter.
I know, but I learned my lesson.
Every single week except for the last one. I'm doing it, but the Bears are going to cover. I'm still taking Seattle because we made a pact, AJ, and I'm committed to the bit.
Hunter's life motto: always stick to the bit.
Always stick to the bit. But the Bears are going to cover this game. They might win it outright because Fields is good enough, and Russell Wilson and the rest of the Seahawks team does not care what happens the rest of the season.
That's absolutely
How many
true.
times do we see a Fields-Wilson comparison in this game?
Oh my God, 120.
169 at least.
Nice.
More than the amount of points that are going to be scored? That should be a prop bet.
Yes. Oh yeah, I would hammer that. I would hammer that.
All right. Next on the list, we've got the Pittsburgh Steelers host or at the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City's an 8.5-point favorite, and they kind of look to me like they're hitting their stride again. They're looking a little bit like the old Chiefs. I wouldn't say they're back at that peak, but they're definitely above where they've been this whole season. This Chiefs team can score 30 points this game, and I know that Pittsburgh cannot.
That's a hot take.
What?
Is it?
Travis Kelce on the COVID list, Tyreek Hill on the COVID list, and the way Pittsburgh's defense has been playing, you still think they're going to put up 30?
I actually do.
Wow.
I mean, we'll see how good your boy Patty Mahomes is. I mean, if they can't score 30 this week, tell me Justin Herbert's not better.
Didn't they play earlier this year?
What a better chance to decide between Herbert and Mahomes for all time than week 16 when everybody's out with COVID.
Yep. You ain't lying. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm joking, but I'm going Chiefs here.
So you guys both think this is like a slam dunk?
I considered it, but the COVID thing isn't making me against. I was thinking about locking this game in, honestly, just because I think the Steelers, whether they're healthy, whatever, I don't think they can manufacture enough points to beat a Chiefs team.
I'm kind of just pulling for the Chiefs, going for good karma because I played Jason in fantasy this week, and half of his team's got COVID, so I might get like a bye week to the championship game because half his team has COVID, which would be sick. Sorry, Jason.
Austin, are you picking the Steelers?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I was on the fence about it. You guys are.
It's not a moronic pick at all. It's really not.
It's 8.5.
I know.
Against a team that is brutally decimated by the COVID list right now.
Yes.
Yeah, but that team also has Ben Roethlisberger, not of 2010, as their quarterback.
Would they be better at quarterback with Ben Roethlisberger or the Hamburglar? Anyways, that was stupid. Let's keep moving.
No, I think there's a debate there.
There's something there?
Maybe.
So sometimes I say stupid stuff on this show.
Both of them have been to prison, right?
No, ironically, only one of them. And not the one that deserved it.
Next on the list, we've got the Denver Broncos, City by the Bay, at the Las Vegas Raiders. This game's a pick'em. So do you guys want to count it down and pick them?
Lock of the week.
Oh.
Why?
Lock his socks
Why are
off,
you doing this?
Give me the Denver Broncos.
Whoa,
Because
I'm on board with you.
doing
I'm
it.
going Broncos too. I'm not locking it, but Broncos.
Denver has a really good defense, and no one's talking about it. Really good defense. Against top 10 NFL offenses this season, they're giving up 16 points a game.
Wow.
But a lock?
The following week, teams average 33.8 points the following week. That shows you how good Denver's defense is. Not only do they shut teams down, but teams get better for playing against them because Fangio is that good of a defensive coach. The problem is they don't have a quarterback, so they don't get a whole lot of love and aren't going to make the playoffs. But the only good part right now of the Denver Broncos is Derek Carr throwing the ball deep, and Denver's secondary is the best part of that team. So I'm locking in Denver here. I think they win this game by double digits.
I love how you just explained the Denver Broncos like no one knows who they are right now, even though they're the exact same team they have been for the last 5 years. Like the exact same team every single year.
Left.
Bad quarterback play, good defense every year.
See.
I'm taking
So
the
who are you
Raiders.
taking?
Taking the Raiders.
Ooh.
Just because
Alright,
I think
took Broncos
Austin's a
with you,
moron.
Austin. Oh, wow. Shots fired. Next on the list.
He puts glasses
NF
on for this show and he thinks he's suddenly smart. He saw us wearing glasses on this show and he's like, look, That's what the key is. That's what the key is here.
Next on the list,
Judging
NFC
by your pick record, Hunter, I didn't need any help.
God, okay. Look at my locks, baby. Where are those
What?
at?
Washington football team at the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas is a 10.5-point favorite at home. Do we know if is Heineke back?
Yes.
He is.
Yep.
You guys know Heineke's like a dude.
He's a dude.
I said he was a dude. Yeah, when we did the list of dudes earlier, I said
I know.
Heineke.
I was just
That was a callback.
As a
And you
callback.
ruined it by trying to explain everything.
Sorry, man.
and
Sorry.
there's comedy.
I'm just gonna go Cowboys, and I'll sit the rest of this bit out. You guys finish this game up.
I'm gonna take the football team because I don't know why the Cowboys are 10-point favorites against anybody.
Couldn't agree more, Hunter. 10.5 is too many points. It's a divisional game. This will end up being low scoring. They always are late in the year, and 10.5 in a low scoring game is really good.
Yeah, Cowboys is definitely a bad pick. I didn't really think about it, but I'm gonna stick with it because it came out of my mouth already. All right. Do we have anything else to add to that? Let's chit chat Cowboys for another 60 seconds. What is wrong with their offense?
Let's do that again. What? AJ?
What?
What'd you say, AJ?
Said what's wrong with the Cowboys offense? Let's talk about it for 60 seconds.
Okay.
Go.
Well, I don't know because I
something?
haven't been watching them lately. I hate watching the Cowboys play.
Can I throw out my hot take? I don't know
Yeah.
if it's a really hot take, but I've been sitting on this for like 3 years, and will tell anybody that wants to listen. Amari Cooper is the most overrated football player in the NFL. Give me any position, I don't care. He's not that good of a wide receiver, and everyone acts like he's a number one wide receiver, and it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
He'll have 3 games a year though, so
Right.
there's that.
3 games a year where he's 100% healthy.
He's a lesser version of Tyler Lockett.
That's pretty play style, but
No, but
as
like,
performance,
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's fine.
yeah.
Moments where you're like, whoa, that's a dude. And then you're like, oh, wait, no, it's not, because he had 2 catches for 14 yards last week.
It just doesn't
Tyler
make sense
Lockett
though. It doesn't make
Tyler
sense.
Lockett is just like, to me, he's just boom or bust.
That's what yes.
Were you not listening?
Are
Amari
you
Cooper
just talking
is
fantasy or like?
Both.
no, like completely like performance. He'll have these games where he goes out there and he'll put up, 11 catches, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, and you're like,
Yes.
damn. It'll be always like a primetime game too. So it's like he's getting a lot of love from Chris Collinsworth. Now here's the guy, but he'll have some of these routes that he runs, and I'm like, I don't know why he can't do this just against any cornerback in the league, And then the next week he'll go out and he'll put up 2 catches.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
And not 1 week. It'll be like a 4-week stretch where he has like a total of 12 catches. And you're just like, what happened?
Yeah, your comparison just throws me off because you're right. They're 2 different styles. Like I just don't.
Yeah, the style. I'm talking production.
Yeah, I think that's what's really throwing me off here. Just because I think Amari's a really good route runner, and Lockett.
That's really good.
He is
Like,
a
I'd
really
say
really
he's
good
top
route
10. I'm
runner.
not saying he's
The problem is that he
That
is
is
not.
insane.
He does
But
not.
he's top 10 in the NFL right now at route running. I'm not even saying top 5.
I think he's top 10 route runner too.
No way. I want to put together this list. That's my homework for next week.
Okay.
Okay, go for it. Because I didn't think that was too crazy.
No, that's not. He's a good route runner. He just doesn't try
He's a great
half
route
the
runner
games
to
of the
get open
season.
ones.
I agree. He just doesn't try. He got his He's one of these classic guys that gets a contract and stops trying. He's fitting for the Cowboys. He should go hang out with DeMarcus Lawrence a little bit more.
DeMarcus Lawrence has turned it up the past few weeks.
I know he has, but
He has. I think Lawrence is just one of those guys that I feel like is always hurt. And
He
like,
is.
we get these
He's
little
always
stretches where he's healthy, and you're like, whoa, he's good.
It also
And then-
helps that he's got Micah Parsons rushing with him too.
yeah.
And not
All right.
rushing, because they're
That
always
was a-
worried about him.
That was a good chat about the Cowboys. Let's move on to the Monday night game. This was one that I would have sped through, but the announcement we got today is just so darn exciting. We've got the Miami Dolphins down in the fish tank at the New Orleans Saints. Miami's a 1.5-point favorite because Hunter with the news.
Ian Book is starting. Let's go, Hunter. First time in my career where I was thrown the news and I was prepared. Let's go.
Proud of you, Hunter.
Austin, that was a lot of buildup, and you and I actually didn't talk about when I should throw him the news, and I just remembered.
Do you guys usually talk about that?
Oh,
Sometimes
yeah.
we
That's
do,
a weekly occurrence, yes.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
we figure
hate
out
you
when
guys.
we're going to say.
Oh, yeah, that is all planned, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's planned out every time we're going to say it to you, except for that one right there. That was improv.
Do you put it in your notes when to do it?
No.
Oh, we text about it.
No, he'll send me a text. Sometimes we get going into the show and he'll send me a text and be like, hey, after this game. And I'm like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, or it'll be like, hey, after the break, hit him with the news right when and as Hunter walks away,
And
for
he's
those of
gone.
you listening on audio. All right.
Yeah, dude.
Ian Book. Let's
Big
hear
time
your,
news.
I want to hear it.
The Golden Domer, the winningest quarterback in the history of the University of Notre Dame, is beginning his first NFL start.
Because the coach wants him to start, not because
yes,
of COVID.
it's a total coach.
The coach wants him.
It's not injuries. It's not COVID. It's just he feels like it's time. Over under 48 seconds into Collinsworth. This is Monday night. Darn it! I really thought this was a Sunday night game.
No.
If this was Collinsworth, over under 48 seconds before he references how Sean Payton did well with Drew Brees because Ian Book's short.
If it was Collinsworth.
If it was Collinsworth.
Oh. I mean, yeah, it would definitely be within the first 5 minutes of the game.
Oh, I don't even think we get to kickoff. I think they would show him warming up on the sidelines, and he'd be like, Sean Payton understands how to work with not super mobile, good enough athletes, short quarterbacks. That's all we're going to get in this thing. We're going to talk about short quarterbacks, Tua, not strong-armed quarterbacks, and how you can succeed with them because you have Tua and Ian Book, and it's going to be miserable.
It's going to be an ugly game, but Miami's going to win.
Is Ian Book the greatest quarterback to ever play college in Indiana and start for the Saints?
Yes. Without hesitation.
What? I know Austin's being sarcastic because he knows Drew Brees went to Purdue, but
yes.
How many points are Miami? 1.5?
1.5.
Man.
Yeah, it's easy fins for me. They're going to keep the streak alive.
Nope.
Because I'm picking against Ian Book. I've seen him play too many college games.
He wins a whole lot of them.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Notre Dame wins a lot of
in Notre Dame
games.
history, Hunter. Stats don't lie.
Yes, they do, actually. I am taking the Dolphins here. Why do the Dolphins just have...
Get out of here.
The Dolphins are going to make the playoffs, and they do not deserve to make the playoffs at all.
You're wrong, Hunter. The Saints are going to make the playoffs, and they don't deserve to make the playoffs at all.
Both of these teams are teams in the race that are like, why are you here?
Yep.
Can we all agree that
No one invited you.
for this year, adding an extra playoff team is honestly just going to not improve the quality of the playoffs at all? It's going to maybe hurt it. Why?
Nope. Why? Chaos. These are the years where
Chaos?
It would not surprise me. It would not surprise me in the least bit how bad and how much of a cluster there is going on that we get like a Seahawks situation where there's going to be a team that's like 8-9 or 9-8 that squeaks into the playoffs and beats a team that's way better than them because
The
that's
Detroit
how it
Lions.
works.
Oh, no, they got eliminated. Damn it.
The
Yeah,
Atlanta
sorry.
Falcons.
I don't see that.
No,
happening at all.
Atlanta's not winning a playoff game.
I'm just joking.
I'm taking Dolphins, but I am not confident in this because I don't think the Dolphins are a good football team.
Give me Sean Payton at home in prime time as an underdog every time.
That's fair. Yeah, I could see that scenario, but the only thing holding you back there, Austin, is that he's got Ian Book as his quarterback.
They just have to win. There's no spread to cover, and Ian Book's a winner.
He could definitely be better
That's what
than
he
Taysom
does.
Hill, that's for sure.
All right, I think that's enough.
He's gonna carve it up, and you guys are gonna eat your words.
That would be sick, dude. If Ian Book became the next starter for the New Orleans Saints.
Oh no,
That
I
would
just
be
need this one
hilarious.
game. I don't think he's like long term.
Yeah, but you know, if he plays well this week and like looks pretty decent, he could be the starter next week.
You're telling me
'Cause
they don't need a longer look at Trevor Siemian?
I don't think anyone in the world needs a longer look at Trevor Siemian. Peyton's leftover Siemian. There you go, Hunter. Your fantasy team name from 5 years ago.
Callback. Let's go.
He looks
All
like
right.
a mini brother. God.
Anything else we want to add before we go? Not even a happy
Merry
holidays
Christmas,
from Hunter.
everybody.
Oh, there it is. That's so cute
Thank
of
you for listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't like your tone right now. It's very creepy.
Very creepy / sarcastic / kind of mean.
Are we gonna get on Xbox after this?
Yeah,
See.
I'll watch the game on Xbox.
Oh yeah, that's right, the game.
Thank you for listening, everyone. Thank you for knowing what our plans are. Yeah, this is our life. This is us. Until next time.